Hey guys, and welcome to our episode 0 for D&D StoryTime. Let's all introduce ourselves. Frost, you're at the top of the list.
Oh, hi. Hi, I'm Frost. Yay.
You gotta have more enthusiasm than that, lad.
Well, I'm
Come
the
on,
most
lad.
honest. I'm the most unenthusiastic person you will ever meet. So that's the most enthusiasm you'll ever get out of me.
Please introduce your character.
Yay. Next down the list.
Character?
You gotta do your character
Oh.
too.
Oh yeah. God.
Are you listening?
Yes, I am.
And if you could,
Yes.
since this is our first time, we're still figuring everything out. Could you also, basically say the background as simply as you can? Try to keep it in
okay.
one sentence, which is rough, or
We'll
5
get it.
words.
We'll get it into detail later.
Yeah, we're getting into detail
Alright.
later tonight.
Alright, my guy is Harmon Corinth. He's a human ranger. And basically, when he was born to an elven priestess, he was banned and they were driven to the north. And he joined the military.
Wow!
Now he's a mercenary.
What a
Boom.
great character!
Boom! Instant
All right.
backstory.
Yeah.
Okay, Helios, you're next up.
Alright,
Go.
hello everybody. Yeah, I'm the bastard of the group. Just get
Hey,
used to
clean.
it. Oops, sorry. Alright,
This is
let
a
me.
family-friendly content channel.
Okay, just because of that, we might have to restart.
I can get more unfamily friendly if we need to.
Okay, we'll let
You
it
don't
slip
want to
this
bet
once.
on me.
No, I do want to bet on you particularly. I just don't want to know how this ends if I did.
Just let me introduce my character, and we'll no cussing.
We'll try.
Actually, wait. Minimal cussing.
Minimal, yes. We will try not to
Okay.
unless we are startled or just amazed by our DM's power.
Okay. Alright, so my character's Nova. He's a Star Genasi rogue.
Okay, before you
Basically,
continue, as soon as you said
Hmm.
Nova, I thought of the sniper from StarCraft.
can you not, for 5 minutes, reference a different game? God damn.
Now they're always gonna see her when they hear you say Nova.
I hate you. With a passion.
Good. It must mean we're
Patrick, you
starting to
hate
become...
everyone.
Yeah, but he hates me particularly. With a passion.
Hmm.
He
Okay,
hates everyone,
you
but
were-
he hates you the most.
Yes, well described. Oh,
Alright. Yeah, that's the gist of my character. Oh yeah, also I'm basically a disillusioned cultist, so that's kind of fun.
Yay.
Yay.
This is gonna
Okay.
be fun.
Yay.
Okay, Loki, you're up.
So, I am going to be playing Alex Shepard. He was in an experimental marine division, and he
Whoa,
is the class
wait
of
up.
monk.
What? Wait. Hmm?
Monk.
I thought we were sticking to a format.
What? What format is incorrect here?
Aim, race, class, and then, like, sort of background-ish, but still...
I had completely forgotten to throw it to the... Okay, want me to appease you?
Yes!
Alexander Shepard. Erjanose. Background. Former Marine. Does that make you happy?
With a burning passion.
I know, and I don't even try.
Do we have anyone who can heal?
Nope,
No.
no healers because I'm just gonna be saying this now. I'm designing my character for a trade-off between healing and damage. All that for speed.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, this is the character who's supposed to go fast.
Yeah, gotta go fast. Sorry, no copyright.
Gots
No
to go
copyright.
fast.
Sanic.
Gots
We got
Not
Sanic.
least, I'm
Gots to
Nen,
go fast.
and I'm gonna be here. I have no idea what I'm doing. DM.
So you're just going to be in the
Yay.
usual state of DMing. Confused.
yes, yes.
Not to
Yeah.
say every DM is confused, but all of ours have been confused and either gone crazy from I don't know even how we destroyed their campaigns, but we did.
I'd say that was mostly you.
Oh yes, my artificer with what was it? 20 artifacts, 10 of which made him immortal.
Yep.
This is why we hate you.
I
Yeah.
mentioned a paracoral that completely crafted whatever the heck he wanted.
That is true. Me and Nen here
I
are like,
became a titan.
oh yeah, we became a titan. And just
Normal-
ripped through everything. Okay,
A
anyway,
normal human rogue.
we are off.
I played a normal human rogue in that campaign.
Yeah.
Now, as you said in that campaign, now we need to get back to this campaign.
Okay.
So, for anyone knowing, this is I'm just gonna be kind of just straightforward. This is our second time recording this because I messed up recording last time. So, to make it easier, let's just kind of go over what we did off last time.
Didn't need to say that.
Oh, well, but I did.
Oh. Hmm.
This is another reason why they hate me.
Okay, well I brought a half dragon paladin.
No,
That was
no.
a mistake.
Yes, we not characters, just world build.
What we did. Oh yeah.
Okay, fine.
we're
Essentially,
mentioning people.
we kind of okay.
We're trying-
Last time we did this, we had no idea what we were doing, but now we know what we're doing. Maybe.
Somewhat.
We still don't.
You're kidding yourself if you say you know what you're doing.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
know
I know I'm planning to destroy the. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Now he knows my plans.
I think we already knew that from the get-go, but
You
okay.
shouldn't have said anything.
Well,
Pregnant pause.
I
Oh,
mean, for the viewers, we want to mention that we are trying to find other people to join us.
We
Now
have
you're
been
stuck with just
unsuccessful.
us.
Yeah.
You're stuck.
you're stuck with
now,
us three in the DM.
This is what we have.
We will, we will be expanding.
Please be accepting of the other people who don't appear in this episode 0.
They will be. How do I put this properly? They'll be kind of like Thanos snapped into existence in our campaigns. Just
How?
and he was here.
I'll find a way.
Joke's
Yeah,
on you.
Thanos.
They were here the whole time.
Yeah,
It was I. The whole time. It was
So-
me the whole time.
I am going to try and
But
contact
it was
him
I,
now.
Dio.
God, deals with that. I can't get the full phrase right.
Anyway, we should continue. So yes.
Yeah, we should.
Also, once a month we will be doing a improv stream if Nen here is up to it.
It won't affect the actual campaign, but it will be our uncensored improv stream.
Yeah.
Hey, uncensored. I like the sound of that.
But it's
Ready to get demonetized in the first 3 minutes?
We probably won't post it publicly. It will be a
Yay.
stream.
It
We-
will
we
only
prob-
be a stream.
I might be able to get him in right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him off recording sometime. Like I am now. I'm just talking to him.
To continue, I'll introduce the world. The world of Storytime is has been vastly affected by the elements and has great elemental boundaries established in it. And that's about all you need to know.
Wow.
Wow. Is this the world that you were trying to create with your Titan coral?
Oh, no.
It should
I
have been.
wish. I helped you
It's another
flesh out
world
that
time.
world, and it was so good.
I fully prepared and started a campaign arc for it that never came into fruition.
Bad.
So, backstory and world building as we are doing tonight. And prepare for an hour of just mind-numbing words, and from handbooks you probably don't even know. You actually know, I take that back. You're going to know these handbooks probably better than I do, which is not that hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, that was really loud.
For all intents and purposes, whoever is going to, in the future, listen to this, you should probably know at least the basics of D&D, because otherwise you have no idea what's going on.
But it's still going
And
to be
you
a
never
fun
will.
story for them.
There's still a fun story for them and lots of banter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Well, we're here to play a story, and the music we are listening to, we are listening to, is non-copyright sounds playlist. I will post it all in the description. This is not for, it's not us, not ours. This is for, oh my gosh, I completely lost it. I even knew what I was going to say. For entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
I will be putting a full list of
Yeah, so
each
that we're not
song
sitting in.
and lawsuits up to our ears. Yeah.
It's basically the only reason why we're listening to music. Just so that we don't have pure silence.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Also, let's get ready for our commercial break. This podcast was brought to you by water. It's everywhere. This concludes
Oh.
our commercial break.
And don't forget our sponsors, my bank account.
Our slowly declining mental health.
Yes. Subscribe
Yeah.
now.
Subscribe
Please
now
sponsor
before
us.
before we end this.
Okay.
Please sponsor us.
We need it.
Okay.
We're poor.
All joking aside. For what would it be? College students essentially at this point, trying to make a living with a podcast.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Yeah.
So then, well, now that we've blown all our time with, okay, not even all of our time, just very fraction 4 minutes of our time to this
And
banter.
this concludes our commercial break. Thank you for listening. We now return to your regularly scheduled programming.
What programming? Was I supposed to get
Mr.
something?
DM.
What? Backgrounds. Let's hear your full background stories.
Oh no!
So
Oh,
once
no.
again,
Yay.
you guys know I'm a
Part where I
sucker for
actually have to
backgrounds,
pretend
so
like I care.
you guys know I'm a sucker for backgrounds, so I'm kind of writing it up again as I go.
Oh
Yay.
no!
I do know it's the Marine background that you can find. It's not in the handbook, is it?
I think mercenary veteran might be in either I think it might be in Xanathar's guide. Either that or it's in Volo's. I have no idea.
We
I would have
we,
to look.
Yeah, but we do know it is in the books if you are curious to find it. I'm not necessarily putting my own twists, I'm just putting my own elements into the story.
E.
So yeah. Who has
And
the
here's
most
the part of the
completed
show.
Who has the most completed one? That's my,
That'd be on you, bud.
That's a good question.
who has the most completed background?
Yeah, that's a very
Oh,
good question.
I have my standard player's handbook typed out background, and I'm adding bits to it as I go.
That would
So
probably be the best thing to do, is just keep the viewers entertained as we realize once again how unprepared we were.
oh, I'm fully
Seriously,
prepared. It's just you guys who
the
have no idea what's
background-
going on.
On the last failed recording, it.
Okay, so you want to stick to the Apollo? We want to do that background too? I mean, because he's probably going to come into the campaign later.
Oh, please don't bring him into this campaign. Or else this will be the part of the segment where I actually have to pretend I care about what you're reading.
This is so true. My writing was
Isn't
so
that
terrible. So many grammatical errors.
I read it over last time and I changed so many things, they got lost.
Okay, so Apollo will not be joining us this game or this campaign.
Or
He has
ever.
been cast to the nether realm.
Yes.
I was about to use the wrong word.
Oof size large.
It would have been if I said it.
Okay, so
I was so the word I was meaning to say was ostracized.
oh no.
I'll type the word in chat that I accidentally almost said.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Frost,
I
I
hate
believe you
myself.
have a semi-completed background, enough that you could tell us.
Kind of. It's some. Yes, it is semi-completed, but not enough to like fully
Okay.
explain it.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry to any viewers, but you will be able to know this when we hit that one recording where the filters come off.
Yeah.
Nen and Frost are just like, oh no.
Some of us have no filters on right now.
Oh.
Well, then
I
put one
see.
on.
I don't need one on.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, I might have...
Your brain capacity is just outstanding. You need a filter on that where you're going to... I don't know what you're going to do with everyone, but it's not going to be good.
I'm having a stroke.
If you don't put a filter on your brain, you're going to do that and chat to everybody. Just mentally.
Oh, God.
I mean, my brain decided to automatically filter itself today. I'm forgetting everything, so...
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe either.
Frost, just go ahead, tell your story.
There are tears in my eyes.
Oh,
God.
None of us will be able to.
God. I know how to English very well.
I know English.
yes, we all love English around here.
Those two
Yeah,
words
The
aren't
idea
even
of what
remotely
you may be
similar.
experienced while we're playing D&D. This will not be enjoyable for me.
So let's see. This is live on Twitch, correct?
No, it is not live on Twitch. We're just recording.
Oh, okay. Because I was just looking on Twitch, seeing if I could find you. It's just, I wonder if I can just hop in and just say, hey!
If we were doing this live on Twitch, I would have extremely good internet.
And I would wish to commit building jump if this was live.
Well, when have you ever not wanted to?
Okay, this is getting
That's a
into
fair
scary,
point,
this
but-
is getting into a scary category. We are
let's not
recording.
talk
Let's
about
just
that.
let's just order in the
Let's
court.
return to the world.
Order does not exist in this court.
You're right. We don't even have a court.
Anybody have a
I'm not
gavel
even a
laying
judge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called my hand.
Okay, let's regain some sense of just maybe order, so we can actually get on with this recording, please.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna have a stroke.
Please don't die on this recording.
You almost
Drugs.
said stream.
I know. I am so used to actually being. To tell you what to show how much I really do not know. In this beautiful world, what does I'll figure it out. Never mind. Nope. I'm not
Does
committing
what?
to. No.
Just what?
Yeah.
No.
Say it,
give us
coward.
context for
Say
this
it.
recording, because we don't have content
Say it.
right now.
Say it, you
Say
coward.
it, you coward.
GOS in the D&D. I'm trying to figure out what that is.
EOS.
Yeah, I'm looking through all of it now. Guide to something. Probably.
Talking about a source book?
Yeah.
Give me just a second to
I'm
maybe
looking it up
find
now. I'm trying to find...
Ross, you got anything to talk about?
Okay, I got something to talk about if we need to fill space.
Well, we need to fill space, and we have not much time left.
Okay, let me
Not
fill
much
space
time.
From the
Well,
looks
I
of
prefer
it,
if we could
we need
fill
to
space
wrap
on
up
topic.
this by the next hour.
then. By the next 45 minutes, about.
Yeah.
I prefer if we could fill
Yeah.
space on topic.
Yes. Filling space on.
This is on topic. I swear on the life of my firstborn son.
Don't have one.
Joke's on you. I'm not gonna have a son, but still, it is on topic. I swear. Okay, so for any of you wondering what the hell a Star Genasi is, let me explain. So,
or for
a
Genasi,
Star
that
Genasi-
matter, if you're new here.
Oh, for
So
Okay, that's fair.
I'll explain the four essential.
I can
And
do
you can-
that.
Well,
I can do that.
I kind of want.
Let me nerd
I'm
out.
gonna do it. Fine, you do it.
Okay, so Genasi are basically lesser elementals. So the true elementals are what we call basically genies. So you have the fire, air, earth, and water Genasi. Basically, think about Avatar when you think about the elements and all the planes of elemental stuff. But here's the kicker. So I'm playing a Star Genasi. You might have noticed I didn't include that with any of the canon lore in D&D. That's because a Star Genasi is this a homebrew? Yeah, this is a homebrew, but it's also still technically a book. Yeah, it's called Atlas. That's all I really know about it. But it's basically a space. It's basically a space elemental. That's really it. That's it. That's all I got. There's not really much else to
Cosmic
say.
Elemental.
Yeah. Okay, so apparently I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, there's nothing new there. I mean, sorry, you didn't hear that.
What?
I would like to go into detail about the characters' backstories in this
Episode.
episode if we could. So then
I'm
everyone
trying as hard
be
as I
familiar
can.
with them.
So I did
And
discover
you-
that the Marine is a sailor variant. So for if you ever want to find a source on it, this is sailor variant.
Anyone have a completed backstory?
No.
That depends on what you mean by completed backstory.
We have enough to where we could get by.
Define finished.
Ooh, is the closest to having a completed backstory.
I have it on my head, not in paper.
Same here, but
Same.
it's complete.
Potentially, could you maybe say it, and then I might restate some things, spice it up a little bit?
Okay, yeah, no problem. Alright, so which one of us wants to go first? I can if no one else does.
Eeny, meeny, miny, Frost, you're at the top. Let's go.
Wait, what?
Ooh, that even rhymed. Good on you.
Nani? How do words? Dot.
I think we all are feeling that right now.
Yeah. Just don't know what to say. Just screams.
Please don't do that. My ears can only take so much.
Yeah, I know. I won't do that for now. But what I will do is
You
say
have no idea how
part
hard it
of
is to
it.
censor myself right now.
Yay, self-censorship.
It's hard.
Welcome to my world.
All of us live without needing filters.
Yeah, I know, but it's still difficult to censor yourself. Censor your shit. Or yourself. Ah, I can't speak today.
I don't find it that hard. In any case, Frost, backstory. Let's go.
Yay, backstories. My favorite story. The story about backs. What? Anyways, off topic. Back on topic.
I think we want to stay on topic, thanks.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But, Harmon was born to an elven priestess, and they were exiled because, first off, the priestess had an unpure child, and Harmon got exiled because he was a human born to an elf. They were driven north, and then found themselves in the Dwarven capital, and they just decided to stay there. Harmon decided to join the military, yada yada yada. After a few
My
wars,
question
he
is-
left it, and then he became a mercenary. Yeah.
My question is, was he in the same division as Alex Shepard?
That is a good question.
Your backstory. What country does Alex Shepard serve?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Because it doesn't really necessarily... Well, I was thinking more air nomad stuff. He was raised there, and then he just... Well, I'm gonna go take a look at the military, see how that goes. Became a Marine. The Experimental Marine Corps was essentially disbanded after 2 tours because they just simply couldn't fund it or didn't need it.
Oh, I'd say no.
Well then, this is going to be really fun because now you've given me the perfect opportunity to where I can go beat up on this other character because if you know this, everyone hates well, not really hates. Forgive me for just saying this, but this is very well put out there that Marines are known as the crazy ones, so they're usually not generally accepted, but still are at the same time, if you know what I mean. You guys get what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah,
You cut
that
out
might
for
be
me
very
for a second there.
politically incorrect, but
It probably is very politically incorrect, and I'm sorry for anyone. I mean, I would try and justify it by saying I am friends with Marine, greatest guy ever. Just, I would not want him to hear me saying this.
why are you saying it?
Because
This
he's not
isn't
here.
helping your case.
Because he's not here. But we're good enough friends, I hope I don't die.
Oh.
Anyway, just forget all that what I just said.
Good luck.
You don't even
It's,
remember what I said.
it's recorded now. It is forever recorded. You cannot hide it.
Oh, hey guys, I just realized that we weren't recording.
Oh, don't
Wow.
you do that. Don't you do that to my heart.
No, I'm so
Nice
sorry,
joke.
guys. I'm so sorry.
Were we not recording the entire time?
Nice joke, right? It's a joke.
Say psych right now.
It's a joke.
I'm
Say
sorry,
psych right
guys.
now.
I failed you again. But sadly, we are recording.
Yeah, figures.
Everybody was just like, no, please, no. We had
Oh, I knew
postponed
we were
recording
recording. I
for
was
3
just
days
upping the
just so you
drama.
could do this.
No, I knew we were recording. I was just making the drama worse.
I know. Thank you for it.
Dramatic.
Your little heart couldn't take it.
Yeah.
So, son of a high priestess of the kingdom of Shrinks, you were exiled and driven north to the dwarven kingdom of Thorsten. Well, there you were
I
raised.
can't get over how weird your names are, Nathan.
Just get used to it. This is foreign land, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
you
foreign.
thought Paris was weird until you realized it was an actual place.
And I
Yeah.
think I accidentally made a BFG out of Legos.
Raised in the capital and had often seen soldiers going to and fro from wars, and admired them greatly.
Boy.
Such you aspired to be one, and joined.
Let me stop you right there, really quick. He didn't join the military because he was inspired by, like, the other warriors. He became a soldier so that he can protect his mother.
Oh.
Okay, now that is a worthy cause.
Yeah. And the reason why he left the military is because his mother died by the plague.
Ooh, sad.
Yeah.
It's
And
sad.
now, he is the most antisocial person you will ever meet and will kill anyone who crosses his path.
Oh, this sounds
or
really fun.
Tries to stop him. He will kill anyone who tries to stop him, basically.
This is
Sounds
gonna be
Sounds like an
Yeah.
angst
this is
fest
gonna be
waiting
really
to
interesting when essentially the Marine and this guy meet, the characters meet. It's gonna just be either it's gonna go together really well or it's gonna be oil and water.
So, you had fled to the kingdom of Thorsten with your mother. At a young age, you saw that those who, and you aspired to protect her. As such, you trained and became a soldier to the kingdom of Thorsten. There, you served for some time until, trying to think. Until of your mother dying from a sickness while you were in the midst of battle.
Say illness. Sounds more.
Illness.
It sounds
It's
Well,
sad.
politically correct. I'm sorry, but this is a sad time. Could we have a moment of silence? Okay, continue.
As such,
Okay, that was a quick moment.
you finished your service as soon as possible, returned to the city, and honored your mother. And then you decided to use your skills to try to. You were living in grief for some time until you realized you needed to live. As such, you used your skills and became a mercenary. And that's where you're at today.
A mercenary feared across the land and respected.
Commander of the 8th Division.
Those who tried to stop him never see the light of day.
Except one man. Himself.
Is that your man? Yeah, himself. Except I don't think that really counts, because
He tried to stop himself at one point. before he jumped
Oh.
jumped off the bridge, but then he just jumped off the bridge anyway, and now he's floated
Yeah.
downstream. So therefore,
Yeah, he jumped off a bridge just because he could.
Oh, let's keep on going.
Why not?
Helios, your backstory.
My backstory. So remind me again where the star people come from, and then I'll work from there. I just need to know where they come
Stars.
from.
They come from the
space?
stellar dimension.
Oh, no crap. I really want to swear on.
Family friendly.
Why do you think I'm censoring myself?
Strongest connection.
you can do
to
this, Helios.
To Star Genasi and Elemental and such races is in the Isle of the Stars, a set of islands just north of the Thieves Desert.
Ooh. Alright, I can work with that. So, I came from this island of stars, right? So, I was part of this, I'll say it's a religion, but it's actually kind of more of a cult. But then, yeah, I got disenchanted with that cult pretty quick. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna go to this Thieves Desert, and I'm gonna steal stuff, and then I'm gonna come to the mainland to go to the Dwarven Kingdom and try to join a different religion. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Also, my character's a bigot.
He's a biggin.
He's a bigot.
He's a bigot. How tall is he?
I said a bigot. Let me type it in chat because you obviously don't know how to words.
Words and me don't cooperate.
It's the
Welcome.
better way of saying he's a self-righteous asshole.
Oh, bigot.
Helios.
Censor.
That's pretty good. We did allow him a little freedom.
Yeah, just a little. Not too much, just a little.
You know, we'll have a 5-word counter. You can only use it mildly 5 times. You have 3 left.
Oh, wow.
But if it's intentional, then we cut you out.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
You're
So
just confused. You're just
you
gonna
could
read it
totally
out.
spice it up, but I'm just not. I'm just blanking on how to do it without knowing some specifics. So let's move on to Loki.
I am currently in the middle of writing it up, the best of my abilities right now.
Let's try and spice up Helios's then.
Well,
Yeah.
mine's pretty good. It's like his backstory is kind of bland in comparison. Nothing super traumatic happened to him in his life. It's just like as soon as he was 18, he had headed off to the military and joined the
Didn't really
Marines
like
Experimental Division, the 13th Division. Yes, I use 13 a lot. And
really
after,
The 13th Division.
yeah,
Do tell, what is the 13th Division?
well, essentially, I'm giving them the backstory to where they were kind of, essentially, if they really needed someone to try and get in somewhere no one else could, they would just send them in because they used the very unorthodox ways. They would pretty much just get in there anyway and get the job done. They were known for their efficiency, but it's just they kind of dissolved after 2 tours or 8 years of service. It kind of just dissolved. They dissolved the 13th Division. So now him and his old squad is just like kind of spread out through the lands.
It's just, alright.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what size squad I should have it be in. I'm probably gonna make it like a 6 to 8 man squad or something. We'll just say 6 man. So the other 5 went off to be mercenaries together, and Alex just kind of, I'm just gonna go on an adventure, try and become essentially the stuff of legends.
I wanna go on an adventure.
Alleviate all of my PTSD from the war.
Yeah, but pretty much the only way where he could
War
get
never
rid of
changes.
his PTSD was to pretty much throw himself right back into it. So, pretty much if
Those
there's...
aren't healthy coping mechanisms.
They are not. But it's
Yeah,
helping
okay.
him somehow. I don't know yet.
Facing your fears.
I thought this guy was a war-hardened badass. What happened to him having fears?
Hey, my uncle can be considered one of those.
That's
I
two
mean-
now.
Okay, it's not
He was-
necessarily fears, it's just... In training, they program you... Yes, I'm using the right term. They program you with immediate responses that save your life. And you... After you've been essentially been programmed through boot camp and years of service, you cannot be untrained.
Yeah.
So it's just no longer, it's not a choice, it's instinct.
Just kill mode activated.
Yeah, and it's scary.
So, in short, you were raised among the sky nomads, but not liking their wandering lifestyle, not liking their peacefulness. You decided
It wasn't even
to...
the one. I just have to say this. It wasn't even the lifestyle that he didn't like. It's just that he wanted something more. He was an adrenaline junkie.
He got
wanted
ambitious.
to go off on an adventure, and you thought the military was the best way.
Pretty much.
As such, you joined within the Navy of... Really, there's only 3 options for you for this because of where your division serves.
Well, let me pull up my map here. Just give me, once I get it pulled up, like, give me the actual corner of where they would be. You said there's 3 options, so I'm guessing the southwest ocean would be one. The central Sky Island areas, maybe, and looks like the northeast islands near the Star Isles.
Oh, I'm talking about in terms of countries. You'd either be serving the ones dominating the east, the ones dominating the biggest country in the west, or the country that's currently in conflict in the east.
Well, since the story of he retired and was dissolved after years, I'd probably say the largest one in the west, because they wouldn't need essentially the 13th Division, and the other stuff in the east, it seems like a constant conflict, so it would really pull away from the story if you had him in...
I know these names by heart, yet I'm blanking right now.
Yeah, so, you remember the map I sent you? The updated map? I'm thinking the largest country by landmass on my map looks like the oh my gosh, where is it? Northwest? The northwest corner, the Dwarven Kingdoms. That looks like the biggest, but it was probably the west country on that side, not the southwest, the west. In my map I sent you, Black Banner. Oh yes, do note for all viewers, this map will be put up eventually. I just have to figure out how to get it the right size. And I've been trying this for days to get this. Eventually you will know what we're talking about when we say the Star Isles, the Skylands, the Dwarven Kingdom, stuff like that. We will have a fairly detailed map of what this world looks like.
You joined into the Navy of the country of Velalhim.
Many syllables, gosh.
Just put me in one of them. This is the one that's not in conflict, or it doesn't work with the story.
Or in the... so essentially they're the ones who have... they have both Sky Islands and sea.
Okay. Because I was going to say probably like the 13th Air Division, but then that just sounds more air, but that's not correct for what he is. He's a Marine, not an airman. So essentially he would know how, as Marine, to my limited knowledge, is they pretty much know how to drive anything that has wheels, or pilot pretty much just about anything. If it was used in any form of war, they probably know how to work it.
Yeah. So,
I feel like he'd be less of a Marine and more of someone from the Air Force if he's coming from the Sky Islands.
Well, you do know they would, if you have control. I'm making the 13th Division kind of like the floating division. They're sent where they're needed.
Okay, that's fair, I guess.
So
Let's
he's
be
pretty much
honest,
been around this entire continent, but he hasn't seen the peaceful side of it.
they use they use airships, magical airships. They don't technically call them an air force.
So, oh yeah, it would be
Okay.
the Navy. It would be considered the Navy.
Yeah.
So yeah, because if you remember to the great saga of Star Wars, it's actually called the Empire's Navy, and they have huge starships. So
Okay, that's fair.
that is another fair point. But okay, so that's pretty much his backstory. Is he was just moving around. Then after his 2 tours, they dissolved it, the 13th Division, or something. I like they dissolved it better because it discharges him on nicer behavior instead of just saying, "Yeah, I'm done with this. I'm leaving."
So yeah, you probably would have served all over in those 8 years. So yeah.
Just for a second, do we want to say how old our characters are? Because this gap is going to be hilarious.
I don't know. My character is pretty old. Well, actually, no, he's not too bad. Well, since you're a Star
Awesome.
Genasi, you have the insane lifespan. Genasi's
Oh,
good.
I have the average Genasi lifespan of 120 years.
120? I thought it was 150.
Oh, it's 120.
120? Okay.
Or ages for your characters?
My character, he is actually probably 26 to 30.
My guy is 30.
My guy's 17.
Wow, I was
Wow.
I'm gonna go with my 26
What
to 30
were
range.
you expecting?
I was expecting somewhere near like 40.
Really?
Well,
No,
yeah.
I was totally expecting young. So.
My character's a twink. What are you going to expect from me?
Essentially, your character is a Star Genasi raised in protection on the Isle of the Stars. You joined in.
You gotta
this
include the cult part.
religion. You joined in this religion. And what happened?
Oh, the thing with the bonds is... So, my bond for my character with the Acolyte background is... I will someday get revenge on the temple hierarchy who branded me a heretic. So, I got disenchanted with that religion pretty quick, and then I bounced, and now I'm basically ostracized. So I had to leave, so I had to do
Something
something
to
with my
anger this
life.
religion, and then having been pronounced a heretic, you then said, you know what, I'm out of here, and ran to the Thieves Desert, where you acquired some money and some skills, and
Oh yeah,
then
brother.
you decided to venture all over the continent.
Nice. Sounds good to me.
I think
It's going to be funny, the relationship between our characters. Between the just coming of age twink and then the Warforged veterans. The war-hardened veterans of war.
Yeah,
Ugh.
and then
War.
I
War
don't
never
know
changes.
what their war never changes. One of my favorite quotes from a video game from Overwatch, actually, one of the Blizzard Entertainment videos, was Reinhardt says, "I have been called. I must answer." That's probably by far one of my favorite ones ever. And that's kind of like where I'm putting him in this situation, is like, he was adventuring, but if he is called, he goes and he does what he can before moving on.
Yeah, so your guy's basically just hanging out until he's called back into service to kick ass again, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But since they
And then he'll go
dissolved
back
the
and
13th Division, that actually ever occurring is very, very slim. Because to everyone, like the honor system, whatever, is like, these guys were, let's just say if in all the divisions they were like in the top 5. Like, you heard the 13th Division, people would like start looking over their shoulders type thing. If they,
Oh no.
like, in a good way type thing. It's like, for the criminals, if they heard the 13th Division, they would start looking around.
Yeah.
As such, this is going to be funny because we have this 17-year-old thief.
Yeah.
Yeah. That might
He's
get
gonna
a
have
little
heard
weird.
But
He's going to have heard some rumors about the 13th Division.
wait, no,
Won't
how
know
long is he?
exactly what it means.
How long has he been here? Has he been here for his whole lifespan? Has he been
My
on?
character?
Yeah, your character.
Oh, so I don't know how I don't know how disassociated the place that I was from the main like continent. So I'm not sure about that question. DM, do you mind clarifying where the Star Island place is?
Star Islands, though relatively close to the main continent, have been very obscure, shrouded with mystery. No one really ventures there. They don't have much interaction with anyone.
Well, that's gonna ruin my idea.
Oh well,
You
throw
know,
out your idea
That's- yeah.
anyway. It might be
well,
fun.
my idea was that he was raised of the stories and the legends of the 13th Division. Like, well, in theory, we could have it like the 13th Division was responsible from a repelling an attack on the Star Isles or something, to tie that in somehow if you want to. It would just add
The
more
13th
depth.
boys were like the special forces, then
Yeah.
they'd know about it.
Yeah, they're pretty much the special forces, just like,
Sort of like MI6.
or SEAL Team 6 and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Uh,
This guy is essentially
mean-
from the SEAL Team 6 of this world that we're creating.
So people would admire you from the country you served for, but as far as the Star Isles go,
I have no idea who the heck y'alls are.
Yeah, that's gonna
What
be
are y'all gonna do about it?
That's gonna make it even funnier, because if we're in a crowd and someone says, it like screams out, "He's from the 13th Division," everyone's like either going wild or just scrambling for cover, and your character just looks up, looks around like, what?
What's the big deal? What's the big
What?
deal,
then you
guys?
just like come over and pick him up, and you're like, "You're coming with us."
You're coming with us. Yeah, my character, I'm building him to where he's not he's not relying on intimidation to get him by. He's just for perception. Like, he notices things people wouldn't think he would notice.
Like me not giving a crap who you guys are. You're like, who are these guys?
So,
Why are they important?
if you want to do that, what I'd say is, on one of your past assignments, you were assigned to go make contact with the natives of the Star Isles.
So that way they know, or something. So that way the legend would kind of started about them, and then from word of mouth it kind of like, not necessarily blew out of proportion, but got large.
My character's
During the
still
time-
not going to know who you guys are.
Well, he's only 17, honestly. I mean, honestly, if he
Either
was raised,
he knows and he doesn't care.
and if he
He
knows
either
and
knows and he
just
doesn't
doesn't.
care, or
he just doesn't know.
Yeah.
It's like, I
Yeah.
know who you are. It's like, fair enough.
All right.
All right.
So my backstory is pretty
Essentially,
much
if
done.
you
I
want
think-
to fill that in, I just want to like really build this in here. You were commanded to make contact. You guys were specifically commanded because the east, east was especially amidst conflict during that time, and so you risked attack and other such things by
We had to secure
venturing that
assets.
far. Yeah.
Oh, do know that the division I was with, you know how some people in this world, I'm trying to make it where it's kind of like a social class type of thing, where it's just like each unit and each group of people would either be like elves or humans or dwarves. The 13th division was just essentially like the misfits. There were no two of the same race in the misfits.
That makes sense. The country of Belalhim is completely the misfit country. Every other country kind of has its main race, whereas Belalhim is very, very diverse.
Hey, generic fantasy racism.
Yay!
My character doesn't even care. It's just like person's a person. That's how I'm playing him. Every person
Okay.
has value. Just like that's
So,
Yeah, that's fair.
during this,
Just doesn't care who they
During
are. It's
this-
just they're a person. They don't matter.
during this time,
do
while you
matter.
were making contact with the Star Isles, you had made contact, had started discussing, and at that time you began to be attacked by what was then called the Salamanders.
Big
Where
gas.
you guys went to engage. And drew them away from the Star Isles, and were only then able to get away as you were outnumbered and outpowered.
my
Patrick,
curious question is my curious question is how did we get out? What, just any emergency evac with the airship or something, or
Emergency.
how you got
yeet.
over there?
emergency yeet? Yeah,
How-
we got ourselves in the yeetapult and yeeted ourselves out of the country.
How you got
You
over
got
there
it.
in the first place is you took a route using the Sky Islands, which then you descended using your ship being multi-traversal to then go into the ocean on the other side where the Star Isles reside, wherein you then went to the Star Isles.
I do have one small request for my character, though. He doesn't have to necessarily. I guess he does have to own it, but I do want him access to not a large airship, but enough for essentially a division of 6 people, 6 to 7 people.
Get a rowboat.
A magical rowboat. Captain Jack Sparrow on his little dinghy as he's going to find the Fountain of Youth.
So yeah, you. So that's. So then.
Copyright! Copyright!
You drew the salamanders away and then shifted back into airship mode and flew back up.
Technically, the 13th Division would own the airship after it was dissolved. Because if it was dissolved, they're letting go of assets as well. So, just like, yeah, here's the ship as a token of our gratitude. That could be a possibility.
So actually, what I want to say is I want to integrate your backgrounds and say that Helios, you were just a very young child when the 13th Division had come over.
Okay,
Like very,
cool.
very young.
So here's
Uh,
here's another
you wouldn't
question,
remember?
but yeah, I guess that kind of did answer my question. He was young, but were we like actually in the houses when they attacked, or were we approaching?
Who had made contact? You were like speaking with them in houses.
And we're
Okay.
gonna have to put out a timeline if we ever do like put out the map and different things. We're gonna have to put out a timeline of the whole
I
history.
can figure that out. Anyway,
We'll put that in. We'll start working on it this week, and our next record date is this upcoming Friday. But I don't know when we'll be uploading. Hopefully, I'll be able to upload this either tonight or tomorrow. So it would probably be out Saturday if the episode 1 actual campaign started.
Alrighty then.
oh,
Does that mean we're wrapping it up?
I would say so. We're running out of time.
Any words
wanna
of
finish
closing,
up
Sir
with
DM?
I want to finish up the story and then we can close.
Stories come later. Okay, fine.
Leos, your mother often told you stories of a great Air Genasi who had defended the island.
Ooh.
She had
Well, I'm
become
going to be a
quite-
bigot and pretend that he doesn't like.
Exist.
Yeah.
She had become quite fond of him during.
Ooh.
their,
Don't you dare throw a love story into my story.
She had become fond of him during their week stay with them.
Ooh. Things are getting spicy. I like it.
I'm becoming quite alarmed very quickly because I did not see this path. I was on purposely trying to avoid him from all the love story and love life, and you found that one little nook that I was trying to close up as quickly as I could. Anyway, continue.
Hey, I never said you responded, but Helios's mother had found quite the affection with this Air Genasi before he had left.
Ooh. Her down, and that's why I hate you.
Her character, might barely vaguely remember this big Air Genasi coming in for, maybe a week, and he was kind of scary, and you were a kid then. Really young
Just-
child
He was
remembers, this
spooky.
The
big
thing
old
though
dude.
is at what end of the deployment spectrum was this? Was this his second tour when he went over? Because if they were going on reconnaissance, whatever, for an intel, that's a pretty high up thing, honestly. So
It
that
wasn't even it was reconnaissance intel, and you were also trying to make contact with these
But
natives,
that's
form an
still-
alliance,
that's still
potentially get resource.
that's still
Anyway, we can flesh this out
yeah. We can do that.
on the last time.
I want to say it
in
was
episode
near
1.
the beginning of your second tour.
Okay, so
Alright. Any
That would- he
words
would
of
been-
closing?
just put this out here. He would be 13. I kid you not. He would be 13 by the time, because if he's coming in right as I'm getting off my second tour, and it was dissolved, he would have been 13 during that.
It's not going to be right off your second tour.
And who says you start right off of your second tour in the story?
Well, I
in
know.
this campaign.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying if he can. Well, that is true. That it could be a large.
Yeah, I
gap.
get it.
But I'm just saying it's hilarious that it lined up to 13.
It's
Oh,
it's
that's
gonna be a
where you were
bigger
going with.
gap.
Yeah, I was going for the 13.
It's going to be a bigger
Oh,
gap
thank
than
God.
that.
Okay, we need to close up because Helios has got to go. Like most of us, we have college, so we need our sleep.
Just tune in later this week, I guess, for our episode 1. We're going. Any closing words?
And
Stay
remember,
safe out there.
folks. Oh, I was gonna say something, but yeah. First of all, stay safe. And remember, folks. This show was sponsored by water. It's everywhere.
And you need it to
And
live.
have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, have a good
Unless
night.
you're listening to this in the morning, which
Adhere to social distancing.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah, social distancing's a killer. I mean, we would be doing this in
welcome
person,
to our
but
train wreck.
that we call
Welcome
entertainment.
to our train wreck, and hope you enjoy it. That's all for tonight.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
it's all-
Yeah,
it's your choice.
It's pretty much all for tonight.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Later on, we will be putting in our handles to our social medias, but that comes at a later date. Until then, see you next time. Any last words?
Bye, everybody.
Bye.